You back onto the Real Ninjas Network, and you are tuned in to a Real Ninjas React. Real Ninjas React. Okay. All right. This is a new thing we're doing where we reacting to videos, and I got a co-host, of course. What up, Uncanny? Oh my goodness. What up, Cornbread?
Not uncanny.
I'm
much darker.
Yes.
Much richer in nature.
Less quarter tack.
You know what I'm saying? Over here, rocking the Nudo Squad shirt. Shouts to Nudo down in the Creve Coeur, St. Louis, St. Charles area. You know what I'm saying? And as he said, we coming with the Real Ninjas React. You know, where we reacting to stuff we ain't never seen before. Mm-hmm. And this week, we got the DRC, which is the Diecast Racing Championship. You know what I'm saying? Now, diecast cars, you know, like model cars and Hot Wheels and stuff, they take them and they race them down the track. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, and you know what I'm saying?
This shit's lit.
Yeah. So we finna, you know what I'm saying, jump off with some of that a little bit.
We don't watch about 2 episodes. So we decided we're going to start our reactions with this. So,
word up. So without further ado, I guess, you feel me? We're going to run that.
Here we are back at Race Mountain Speedway. We've got an exciting event for you here today. The final 3 heats in round 1 of the British Invasion Car Tournament. That's right, we've got 3 heats of racing, each one 4 laps. Today's open track racing is brought to you by MagTrack, a new toy car racing system by 3D Botmaker. Our first heat up today features 3...
You gotta run it back.
Aston Martins,
there we go.
1 McLaren, a Jaguar, and a Morris wagon. Let's go ahead and look at who will be driving. Up first, we have Emery 5 JDM driving in the Aston Martin DB10. This car was shipped from across the pond by My Hot Wheels collection.
They shipped it across.
Up next in the 2015 Jaguar F-Type Project 7 in white is All Around driving for the Guitarded and Broke racing team. Going back to the second row, we have Murano Novianto driving in the yellow McLaren F1 GTR. This car is sponsored by Michael's Diecast Garage. Driving in the Morris wagon is Wagon Man 65. How fitting is that? He'll be driving for My Hot Wheels collection.
Word up.
Going back to the back row, we have Red Cowboy 95 driving in the red Aston Martin 177. He'll be the second driver in this race for Guitarded and Broke.
Hot Wheels.
And last up is Sasalu Jayasingh driving in the 1963 Aston Martin DB5. He'll be the third driver in this race for My Hot Wheels collection.
Yep.
So we have 3 drivers for My Hot Wheels collection, 2 drivers for Guitarded and Broke, and 1 driver for Michael's.
Snap.
The drivers are ready at the start. Let's go racing. A tight grip going down the ramp.
Oh, they got all
Emery
of
5
them.
maintain the lead out of turn 1, followed by Murano Novianto. It's a tight race for first. Oh my! Emery 5 gets slammed in the merger. That Aston Martin is taking a beating out there. Great driving by Novianto in that McLaren F1. Going from third place. Look at this pass right here at the end. Oh, Emery 5 JDM getting rejected there. Red Cowboy 95 gives him a push past the finish, so he will hold on to his second place spot going into the second lap.
Oh, you see him swinging? Look at the swing arm.
That's crazy.
Wagon Man 65 also passing the finish line right there. He'll be in third place going into the next lap.
And they do
Here we go with the start of lap 2. Murano Novianto pulling ahead, followed by Wagon Man 65.
Ooh, he out of there.
GTR race fast on the track.
Dang.
Murano Novianto with a very fast lap. Wagon Man 65 moving up to second place.
Moving up to second.
It looks like we got a 4-car stop over there on turn 2. It's going to be Red Cowboy 95 in third. Emery 5 JDM
he
in
was
fourth,
out of there.
JSing, and then all around. You can see Red Cowboy was sideways going into that turn and just blocked
That's
everyone else.
crazy, fam.
Here's the lineup going into the third lap. We've got
Like
Murano
somebody
Novianto
actually
in the
driving.
McLaren and Wagon Man in second place.
Hell no.
Novianto leading down the ramp.
He
He's
is
going
young.
way ahead of the rest of the pack.
Yeah, he be out of
That
there.
car looks absolutely unstoppable. Red Cowboy 95 moving up to second,
Everybody made
followed
it
by
in
Wagon
this
Man and JSing. Emery 5 and all around getting tangled up in the merger. It's going to be interesting to see who
crazy.
gets that second and third place spot. Remember, the top three will advance on to round two. As far as the first place spot,
Hey,
this race looks like it belongs to Murano Novianto.
that motherfucking GTR.
Novianto
dog.
pulling ahead again, followed by Red Cowboy 95.
Yeah.
It looks like that's going to be our first and second place, but who's going to take third?
They can't catch it.
They're coming around turn two, and it's Wagon Man
Wagon
65
Man.
pulling in third place.
No.
Murano Novianto driving F1 GTR
You
from
gotta
Michael's
put that
Diecast
man in the
Garage.
back,
Had
man.
such great control over that car this entire race.
Yeah,
he was
do.
consistently fast throughout the laps, handled the turns very well, and I think he's going to be a real competitor throughout this tournament. Look at Wagon Man 65 with the pass on Emery 5. Wagon Man driving for my Hot Wheels collection. And the second place spot in this race goes to Red Cowboy 95. He's in that Aston Martin 177 driving for Guitarded and Broke.
Yo.
Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more racing today
The next
after the break
round, fam?
with Heat 6 and 7.
Never.
The ILC and NASCAR are cleaning up this Sunday for the Cannon Chief 500 here at Slapdown.
Jimmy John. They really got sponsors, fam.
Skittles car. Oh, they get money. They get money.
Should we get a? Should we try to get a real ninja
and
star?
NASCAR presents the Cannon Chief
That's how we get it. We're probably
500.
too broke, though.
Introducing the new 3dbotmaker.com website. Get up-to-date information on the Racing League, tournament schedules, upcoming racing events. Join the members-only
Never, this
forum
is like
to
a
show
real
off your
league.
cars, your track, and discuss everything about diecast racing. That's 3dbotmaker.com, the home of diecast
I like a
sports
gyro
action
on the
racing.
inside of that car. You missed it.
Yeah.
You're watching the 3D Bookmaker Diecast Racing League,
Maybe
the
building
home
little
of diecast sports action
roll
racing.
cages in them and shit. The British Invasion tournament.
Here we are back with Heat
That
6
fuck got a
in
minute.
round one of the British Invasion Car Tournament. First up is Garage of Engines driving the 2015
The
Jaguar
Jaguar.
F-Type Project 7. He's driving for my Hot Wheels collection.
We got to.
Next to him is Turbo G22 driving the
who will
Lotus
win this
Esprit.
Okay.
This one has those FTE wheels
I'm
and
liking
was sponsored
that.
by League of Speed.
The Lotus.
In the second row, we have the Beatles Morris Mini driven by Antonio Puerto Rico.
The
He'll be
Beatles
driving
Mini.
for
the Beatles
Guitarded
on
and
there.
Broke.
Yup.
Oh no, okay. Antonio Puerto Rico.
Next to him is Brendan Ruiz. He's in that 2015 Range Rover Evoque.
Lotus.
Back in the third row, we have Diecast NZ
Ah,
driving the Aston Martin
Aston
TBS.
Martin.
This one in that nice
I went
purple.
with Aston Martin.
This will be the second driver in this heat for Guitarded and Broke.
There go
And last up
another
is NASCAR
McLaren.
Fan
No.
48 driving the white McLaren P1.
He won.
This car was sponsored by Hot Wheel Racer Mike.
That McLaren looking fast.
We've
Yeah,
got a
I'm fucking
Jag,
with
a
that
Lotus, a
man.
Morris Mini, a Range Rover, Aston Martin, and McLaren all in one
Fuck
race
with the
here.
Lotus, G.
Who's going to take those top three spots? Turbo G22 pulling ahead with that FTE car. A little drifting coming out of turn one, and he's all by himself.
No, don't
He
turn.
loses control there, but he's able to make
Yeah.
it past the finish line.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's Brendan Ruiz, followed by
That's
Garage of
Brendan Ruiz.
Engines, and then
Yeah.
NASCAR Fan 48.
No, oh yeah. it
Let's see who's
just
missing
did.
here. I don't see the Mini.
The Mini didn't finish.
Diecast NZ stuck
the
over there
VB
on
didn't
turn
finish.
2.
Turn 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and there he is,
that'd be the one.
Antonio Puerto Rico in that Morris Mini.
Yep.
He falls all the way back to 6th place.
Lotus and the Rover.
Here we go at the start of lap 2. Turbo G22 pulling way ahead in that Lotus Esprit. He spins out. He's going in reverse now. Man, he is just bouncing all over the place. Oh, he stopped right before the finish.
Yeah.
That is a dangerous place to stop your car. Oh, my goodness. These drivers have no consideration for how expensive these vehicles are.
No consideration.
I mean, come
Hey,
on,
but
guys.
then he
Use
got-
your brakes.
Oh, yeah, he
Once
stopped
again, we
again.
have another Mini having problems. He didn't even make it down half the track. Look at that back and forth action by Turbo G22 in the merger.
Yeah,
He's really lucky that wreck wasn't worse.
that Lotus going.
Here's the lineup going into lap 3. We've got Turbo G22 and Garage of Engines in the front row. Turbo pulls way ahead coming down the ramp. Brandon Ruiz getting turned around back there in third place. Turbo getting a little loose there after turn 2. Oh no, it happens
nobody
again.
getting through
Turbo
again.
stops right before the finish. Oh, and
Got
that
him.
is what I was talking about.
Got him.
You cannot stop in front of the finish line because these drivers will just keep going. And what happened to Diecast NZ and NASCAR Fan 48?
Yo.
They're stuck door to door over there on turn
It
2.
ain't, man.
And this time the Mini doesn't even make it past turn 1.
That Mini's on.
Here's
blood.
another look at that wreck.
Yeah,
Turbo does
You gotta
pass the
go
finish
with the
line, so
sleek
he will
shit.
hold on to that first place spot
that's why I'm
going
fucking
into the
with that
4th
Lotus.
and final lap. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Turbo, Garage of Engines, and Brennan Ruiz. But who knows? Here we go with lap 4. NASCAR Fan 48 pulling up into 3rd place.
Ooh,
Turbo
spun
and
back
Garage of Engines
around.
make some contact. Turbo G22 still holding on to the lead. He's got first, followed by NASCAR Fan 48 and Brendan Ruiz.
Brendan
A
Ruiz.
surprising turn of
In the
events there as
motherfucking
Garage of
left, bro.
Engines got stuck over there going into turn
Hell
2,
no.
opening up a spot for NASCAR 48 to pass
All
him.
them motherfuckers.
NASCAR Fan 48 starting off this race all the way back in 6th place, and he'll be going on now to round 2. Turbo
Spun him
G22 dominating this heat, but he really needs to work on his control. His drifting after turn 2 almost cost him this race multiple times. Turbo G22 is driving for the League of Speed.
After turn
NASCAR
two.
Fan 48 in the
Yeah.
white McLaren P1 was driving for Hot Wheel Racer Mike
That's so
and Brendan
funny.
Ruiz for the Bayou City Diecast Race
That
Place.
is funny.
We've still got one more race for you today, so don't go anywhere. After the break,
Uh-oh.
it's Heat 7.
Red Pill Racing. Back
Ugh.
again at Race Mountain.
3 of the best diecast builders: Michael's Diecast Garage, Nick Devers Racing, and Red Pill Racing. Battle it out in the most anticipated race of 2019: the Stinger, Wagon Queen, the Mad
The
Cavern.
mad.
There won't be any lightweights here because it's a clash of the heavyweights. All 3 cars together bring us to 500 grams of combined weight.
500 grams.
These cars have been tuned,
combined
polished,
weight.
sanded, strategically weighted, all in preparation for this night. Who will move on from this epic race to challenge the King? Tune in as these 3 giants of diecast racing leave it all on the track in Modified Madness Night. Only here on King of the Mountain.
Yo. Get the fuck out of here. King of the Mountain.
Up first in the 1963 Aston Martin DB5 is Christine Carworld. Christine will be driving for Nick
That's a
Devers
British
Racing.
car.
Up next, starting in second position, is Aiden Orth in the 1965 Austin Minivan. This car was sponsored by Guitarded and Broke. Going back to the second row and also driving for Guitarded and Broke is
said
Frank
no
Miller
minis.
in the Morris Mini. Can a Mini make it into round 2? Frank Miller is our last hope. Next to him is the third driver for
Lotus.
Guitarded and Broke in this heat. It's Blood Rocker driving the
That was
08
good.
Lotus Evora in that matte black finish. Going back to the third row is Fami Che Annie driving a red McLaren P1. This Forza Motorsports Edition car was sponsored by My Hot Wheels Collection.
That Black Lotus.
And last up in the McLaren 720S is the Kraken, driving for
You going with the
Rehabilitor.
Kraken? All right.
We've got one Aston Martin, two Austin Minis,
Right.
one Lotus, and two McLarens. The last heat of round one is about to begin right now. Aiden Orth pulls ahead down the ramp. He's side by side with Bloodrocker.
Yeah.
Bloodrocker pulls ahead in that Lotus.
Yeah.
It's a close race stop here by the finish. And Frank Miller tries to pass there at the end in that Morris Mini, but he gets bumped back to fifth place.
I tried. Yeah, he said I
Fami
tried.
Che Annie in the red McLaren P1 goes from fifth all the way up to second place. Aiden Orth finishing in third, followed by the Kraken, who moved from sixth place up to fourth.
He said the Kraken.
We've got a Lotus McLaren battle up in the front row. Bloodrocker and Fami Che will be leading us down the ramp in lap 2. It's a close race going into turn 1.
Let's go.
Bloodrocker gets
I
spun
know
around
that
going out the
drift
turn.
though.
He's going
Stop
down the
that.
track in reverse.
Let's go.
And he's slowing down a lot right here.
Oh.
Is he going to lose that first place spot? Yes, he is. Fami Che Annie pulls
Lost
ahead
it.
as the
that's
Kraken
not
comes
right.
charging through to take second place.
That's the Kraken right there.
Bloodrocker
Bam.
falls back to third.
Yeah.
And we've got some drivers on
the
their
box
roof.
cars.
That's Aiden Orth upside down in that Austin
Bloodrocker.
minivan, and Christine Carworld in the Aston Martin DB5. That was a hard hit right there.
And you almost got
Those
stuck.
two are going to go to the back of the pack, which means Frank Miller will move up to fourth place. We've still got 2 laps to go, so anything really can happen out there on the track. Right now, Fami Che and the Kraken will be leading us into this
Let's
third
go.
lap.
Hit that quarter, dude.
A close group going through turn 1. Fami Che gets sideways, giving the Kraken an opportunity to take the lead.
Good one.
And the Kraken will be leading going
Second.
into the final lap.
Yep.
Followed by Bloodrocker
Let's
and
go.
Fami Che Annie. Frank Miller holding
I'll
on to
take
that
that
fourth
out.
place spot,
Exciting.
followed by Christine Carwold and Aiden Orth. I'm really not sure who's going to take first place in this group.
me and you
We've
and
had a
Fred.
different car lead every lap. This time it's the Kraken in first place. Can the Kraken hold on to that lead to secure the win? Bloodrocker gets into the back of the Kraken, and Frank Miller pulls it ahead for Morris Mini. Will we have a Mini make it into round 2? Yes, we will! Frank Miller
Yo,
gets
out
it
of
done.
nowhere.
Who
man.
said Morris Minis can't be good on the track? You've just got to have the right driver behind the
Yo,
wheel.
You do.
And it looks like we only had 2 cars
Finish.
past the finish.
Yeah.
That means we're going to have a race off between these last 4 cars for that third place spot. But look
Damn.
at Frank Miller
Yeah,
passing on
he
the
passed
inside
on
of
the
turn
first
1.
turn.
Just pulls
Yo.
ahead, maintain this lead. Look at him go around turn 2.
Yeah,
Beautiful
blocked them
maneuver
all.
and control over that car. Frank Miller was just waiting for the right opportunity. He saw it going into turn 1, and it paid off big time.
All right.
Frank Miller
Let's get
driving
this
for the
third,
Guitar
baby.
and Broke Racing Team. Here we go with a race-off between the last 4
Out of there.
drivers.
The band's out of there.
Bloodrocker in the lead, but Fami Che passes him by.
No,
Fami Che losing control,
Damn it.
and it's going to be Fami Che Annie taking
Fami
that
Che.
last third-place spot going
Son
into
of a
round
bitch.
2. Fami Che is
Good
driving for
race.
My Hot Wheels
GG.
Collection. Also, congratulations to the Kraken and the Rehabilitory Racing Team with that McLaren 720S.
Yo.
They'll be going on to round 2 as well. And that wraps up the action for Heat 1. We started off with 42 cars.
That's
We're down
crazy.
to 21.
Down
Round 2 will
21.
consist of 4 heats, which should be coming up soon. Also, make sure you tune in for Modified Madness Night. That video should be premiering this weekend.
That shit
And
is
be sure to
crazy.
check out 3 and content. Well, next time, Dr.
Oh, yo, that shit is crazy.
Y'all see it?
So them punks literally just line up Hot Wheel cars race them down and commentate on that shit.
I want one of them fucking tracks, man.
We need to make that bitch.
Nah, I want to buy.
He said, I want to buy it and have sponsors
Yeah,
and
there
shit.
you go.
That's what's up, man.
But then you only got that one track, but still, niggas, dude, you put that in the motherfucking club, motherfuckers bet on.
You will.
Put
Straight
it
up.
at the fair. Ooh, that's where you should.
At a casino, nigga.
At the fairground.
Yeah.
It's,
Hell yeah.
It's 10 to enter, and I don't know how the fairground make their money, but
Yo, shouts to Nudo Squad, Nude Party,
yo,
Real Ninjas React. Get Ninja started up if you want to.
to your next time.
You know what I'm saying?